enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Also, I am now booking for private readings and energy healing sessions. So welcome, friends. I wanted to try a little bit of a different format for this month's energy forecast because this month is really all about our connection to ourselves, our connection to our energy, the divine in nature, and how we can really interact with nature, water, plants, trees, animals, to help us anchor and ground this month. This month is really all about duality in a lot of different ways. It's going to feel like a huge shift in rapid transformation for us. There's going to be just enormous amounts of energy coming in between now and the new moon and then Lionsgate portal on the 8/8, and then waning off towards the end of the month. But the duality is pretty common, and we've been feeling that a lot in the world lately. So it's not going to feel like a new thing for you. It just might feel a bit more heightened. So we're going to talk about all of the major points and themes that the angels and guides have come through with. And I'm also going to be sharing a direct channeling from our Pleiadian Guides. So the Pleiadian Guides have come through with just this enormously supportive message about transformation at this time. And a big part of the transformation has to do with how you're embodying your own light and putting trust in your own self, your own wisdom, and also letting your light shine outwardly towards others. But that starts in here first before you can go outward expansion. So my process is I go into a deeper meditative state. The guides come in, I speak the words into video or microphone, and then because of the way that the fluidity of the words go and the starts and the stops, I don't put the video typically on YouTube because I like to write it all down. I like it to be more fluid so that I can read it to you. And that process might change over time, but this is what I feel comfortable with doing now. So you'll see me looking down, and I'm going to be reading directly to you everything I wrote down directly from the channeling. It has not been edited. Okay. Oh, and the other part I wanted to add, a big part of this month's message is about using your own discernment and trusting yourself. So if there's anything that doesn't resonate with you, please just push it aside and let it go, and only take what feels right to you. You have come here at this time of great transition to walk these lands, to be a representative of goodness. We know that each of you are going through some challenges at this time, that things can sometimes feel heavy or difficult. We want you to know that now is the time of the great unfoldment. All that you have come here to do and all that you have come here to be is happening now. You already are all of the things you wish to become. You already own the keys to your success. You are the light. You have it all within inside you. The knowledge you wish to possess, the gifts you wish to hold are already yours. You need not struggle. You don't need to worry or seek to find more guidance, more talent, more knowledge, more understanding, more wisdom, more gifts, or more lessons. You are enough. You already have everything you need currently embodied within you. You can tap into it at any time. It's a matter of going within and trusting your own inner space to guide you, to listen to your heart, for it is the only guidance that you need right now. We are here to help provide support and to help you feel and stay connected. Now is the time that you need to trust going within and trusting your own inner guidance. So many of you out there have put a tremendous amount of pressure on yourselves to do more, to be more, to say more, and to feel more. but know that you are already enough. Enough with this not enoughness. It's time to hold the frequency and the embodiment that you are the light. You are holding the light for us. What we need you to do now is to feel that deeply within your soul so that you can shine it brightly, outwardly, towards others. As long as you have doubts in your heart that you are not worthy, your light can dim. Now is the time that you are called forth to shine. Shine for yourself and for others. Be compassionate with yourself as much as you have already been for others. Give yourself the trust that you have put in others. Do not live in fear, for all is being supported. We trust that you feel this. We trust that you understand these words and feel their resonance. We bid you peace and calm and the liberty of knowing that you are everything you are meant to be already. Hold that light. Let it shine brightly. We love you. This is a message for all light workers from your Pleiadian Guides. Okay, so that was a beautiful message from the Pleiadians. And now I'm going to read to you the major themes for the month of August from now moving into the beginning of September. So the major themes are: number 1, trust in yourself. Number 2, conflict energy. Number 3, stabilize your home base. Number 4, transformational energy. Number 5, deeper connection to plants and animals, all things nature. All right, so starting at the top. So the trust in yourself message was really, really apparent in the Pleiadians message. And this is also a continuous remessaging that I have been receiving over and over and over again since January. And it feels like they keep restating it. And every time they do, they add a little bit of a different flavor to it or a little bit of a different emphasis. And this month is all about really going within and using your own discernment, your own intuition to guide you. Every piece of information that you let in, before you decide whether it's true or not, pass it through your own internal filter. Do not just automatically assume that everything that you see or hear out there in the world is the truth. They really want you to go within and discover your own truth and use that as your guide moving forward. So the other part of this that was really a lovely message was the idea that you already are all of the things that you wish to become. And it felt just so timely because I know a lot of light workers out there are feeling that sort of rapid transformation energy, and they're feeling like, oh my gosh, I need to shift, and I need to shift in big ways. How do I do that? Do I need another certification? Do I need to take another class? Do I need to go to another healer? What are all these other things do I need to do? Like, I feel like I'm not doing enough or being enough or becoming enough. And that tends to be the way that we're internalizing this energy of the shift. And so what they're saying is slow down. You already have everything that you need inside of you. Because in order for it to come into the 3D world, it has to happen in the spiritual realm first. And that those things that you want to be, those things that you want to have talent for or to contribute to the collective, you already embodied all of that in your higher self first. It's already there. The only thing that you have to do now is tap into it. So what they're saying is if you're trying to progress out of a sense of lack, that's blocking you from some of that information and that guidance that you need from yourself. So if you're doing things for personal development, like taking an art class or going to the gym and taking exercise classes or whatever that brings you joy, and you're doing it from a place of joy rather than a place from lack, that's wonderful because it's really adding to your energy and adding to your life. What they don't want us to do is to sit in this energy of lack and constantly stress ourselves out with thinking that we should always be doing or being more. So give yourself that space and that time to really sit with and embody all of the things that you already are before constantly seeking for something new and better, or a newer, better version of yourself. So I just thought that was really timely because I know a lot of us have been feeling that need to constantly push, push, push and transform. So they're telling us, slow down, take a breath. You already are all of those things. Just let it out and let it shine. Okay. So the other part of this is really just trusting in yourself and trusting in your light, in your purpose, and in your gifts. A lot of people feel like they're disconnected from something within themselves. And a lot of that can just be recovered through some deep inner work, meditation, deep healing, and let that happen again from within. And don't feel like you always need to be seeking that information externally. Okay, so moving on, conflict energy. Whew, I know we're sensing it. And you might say, well, this is obvious. I mean, of course, we're all sensing this conflict energy. We see wars happening in many different places, and there's all this duality and geopolitical stuff going on. And then, of course, in our own country, in USA, we're experiencing a lot of that us versus them mentality, which is causing a rise in negativity and conflict energy. So, yes, that is already readily apparent. What the angels and guides are saying is it's going to be dialed up this month. The voices of negativity are going to get very, very loud. And so, with the rise in this negative, loud energy that's going to be out there in all the spaces, whether it's on the news or it's in social media or even in your own personal or work spaces, you have to use extreme discernment with what you allow in, what you're intaking. So be very mindful of what you're attaching to and be very mindful of what you're focusing on, and only allow the things in that you know that are going to feed your soul. That is 100% the best way to turn down the volume of that negative energy that it's going to be out there in the collective. Remember, what you're here to do is to hold the light and shine the light. And you can't do that if you're constantly worried or being bombarded by all the negativity that's going on around us. So be very careful of what you let in. And also, your body is part of your home and your sanctuary. So you have to just again be very mindful of how your body is internalizing that energy. And when you feel that contraction, think about what you can do to remove yourself from those situations where you're being exposed to that negativity. Don't absorb it, don't interact with it. Okay, number 3, stabilizing your home base. And they're really asking us to focus on stabilizing our home base, as in our body, but also our home base, as in our surroundings, because of the fact that there's going to be a lot of noise in the collective going on in August, whether it's natural disasters, which are a possibility this month, or whether it's, like I said, political. You're going to want to ground your energy both in with yourself, but also in your surroundings. So what the angels and guides are advising us to do is to spend time making your home look and feel safe and beautiful to you. How can you add to your surroundings to really give a more enriched experience in your sensory life in your own home? Buy some plants, add some art, listen to music, add things to your home that are sensory, that just give you a deeper experience of your environment and how you can feel just more lit up and safe and grounded in your own environment. So this month is a wonderful month to add new things or beautiful things, whether it's plants or flowers or art or music, or like I said, even a candle, to your environment to make you feel really safe and grounded around you. And then also, because your body is also your home base, the same thing with your body, you need to ground and work on your energy centers in your body. As all of this energy is going to be coming in, you need to internalize that and pay attention to what's going on inside of you. So, an additional amount of water, really eating cleanly, eating food that's going to feed your body rather than things that kind of gunk it up. And same thing, just pay a lot of attention to your energy management and how your body is doing and feeling. And if you feel off or unstable, again, go within and ask yourself, what do you need to feel at home in your own body? So they're suggesting drinking lots of clean, purified water, being in environments that are really pleasing to you, getting a lot of fresh air, being out in nature, connecting with nature, and just really doing a lot of healthy things like movement and those types of just self-care things that help you feel more stabilized and grounded in your own body. Okay, last two. This is a big one. Transformational energy. My energy sensitive friends out there, I know you can feel this. It started in July. I did a July video about the energy coming in between the 7-7 portal gateway and the 8-8. And there are so many different videos out there right now about the Lion's Gate, the 8-8. But what is different about this year and other years is you have the new moon in Leo happening in conjunction during the Lionsgate portal, which is 8-8, but it's also 8-8-8. It's heightened because the energy of our year is an 8 as well. If you add 2024 up, it's 8. So it's 8-8-8. So the connection between the new moon energy along with the 8-8-8 portal in the Lionsgate is just making this perfect celestial background for rapid transformation. And so the energy is building right now. This is the 2nd of August as I'm recording this. And boy, last night was a doozy for me. It felt almost as if the energy could not be contained within my own body. And so what they're saying is, with this double dose of creation energy that's coming in right now, you're going to have a massive opportunity for creativity, growth, and expansion in your mind, body, and soul. So, how are all the things or all the ways that you can do to express yourself? Because that's what this transformational energy is all about. It's about rapid transformation and personal growth, and doing it in a way that brings you joy and creative self-expression. And that can look very, very different for each of us. So really, it's a great time to dive deep into your passions and to really let your passion and joy for life in whatever area you feel deeply motivated to really transform you and your energy moving forward, which I just absolutely love. So these are solar energies that are coming in and light codes from Divine Source. And they gave me this really, really lovely visual that I thought was so applicable. They showed me a flower and how a flower roots into the ground and grows, but only sprouts from seeds when it has water and sunlight added to it. And they used that both as a symbolic analogy, but also a literal interpretation of what we need to add to ourselves this month is sunlight and water, literally. So they're saying water is a huge part of this transformation. That cannot be stated enough. That's one of the reasons why they keep telling you to drink more water. That's part of it. You're going to need to do that, but also bathing in the water, swimming in the water, being out in the rain, um, being around any moving water is especially important at this time. This is going to help keep your energy centers clear, allow the energy to move through you more, and just absorbing all of those light codes on a deeper level within you. So one of my go-tos is whenever I'm feeling that heavy, weighty energy coming in and my body doesn't quite know what to do with it, one of the first things I do is I take a shower. That's just my go-to, and it helps me a lot. So that's the water side of it. Water is very, very important. But then is the sun part of it. And whatever feels comfortable to you with sitting in the sun or spending time in the sun, they're saying time in the sun right now is also equally important to our growth, just like as if we were a plant or a flower. So I thought that that was a really lovely, just sort of simple explanation of how we're growing too, because we spent the entire spring after the solar eclipse planting the seeds for what is coming now. And now is the time for rapid growth and change. And so we're adding more fuel to that through the water and the light coming in. Okay, and last is a deeper connection to plants and animals. And this is such a beautiful, just exclamation point on the energy of August. August is going to feel very dual in its energy. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of ruckus out in the collective, and some things that might feel unstabilizing for us. And the other side of the coin is this massive, rich energy that is coming in, and it's transforming our plants and our animals just like it's transforming us. So you're going to see probably both a feeling in yourself being drawn to animals and plants and nature even more than maybe you already have, if that's possible. But also, the animals are going to be seeing that desire within them to connect with us too. So you might be seeing subtle changes. If you have any pets at home, they might show you different types of behaviors that you haven't seen before because they're processing this energy too. And another thing that people are talking about is how their animals are interacting with them more. So an animal that may have been really shy or withdrawn in the past is becoming more open and more willing to connect. And you're going to notice this even more out in nature. So think of it as you're sitting in a park and you're just kind of sitting there reading a book, minding your own business. And for no apparent reason, this bird lands next to you on the ground and just starts hopping closer and checking you out and hopping a little closer, and seems to get much closer into your space than a wild bird might otherwise naturally. And they're saying this type of behavior from animals out in the wild is going to be increasing as we transform. So the animals are going to be looking to connect with us more and to be more interested in our energy. So if you're that type of person that connects with animals, you may have experienced this already, being out in nature and having other animals come into your personal space a little bit more than they normally would. So that's just a lovely little cherry on top for us to think about in how our world is changing around us. So a lot going on, and I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you feel so motivated, please like and share because that helps other people gain this information too as well. I do have private sessions with people for energy readings, for Reiki, for connecting to your personal angels and guides. And all of that information is below in the notes. And I would love to connect with you again. So thank you for stopping by.